Welcome in. Clippers Talk pregame show starting about 19 minutes from now. I'm Adam Osland. We got a little bit of breaking news. Before we get to the Clippers in Orlando, a player I've been monitoring and talked about a lot this summer in LaMelo Ball is apparently open to a trade. The Charlotte Hornets are 4-11. LaMelo has missed some games. He's getting 21 per game on really inefficient shooting splits, under 40% from the field. He's 24. And I know a lot of people are going to scoff at the idea of bringing in LaMelo Ball. And I'm not saying just because I'm interested, the Clippers are. I'm interested in any young talent, despite flaws, because, well, that's the only way you're getting a guy like this. If he didn't have flaws, obviously, he wouldn't be available. He does. He's got plenty of them, including the fact that he has availability issues. He's had multiple injuries, wrist, ankle. But he's 24, and he just turned 24. He'll be 24 all this season. And he's a 6'7" point guard with incredible vision that, yes, can still mature as a player and as a person, as every young man can. But when a guy this talented becomes available, I'm not just going to completely dismiss that possibility and that idea of bringing in someone even that doesn't have a long track record of winning, because he's been with the Charlotte Hornets. I think they made it to a play-in game or two. I don't typically hold that against young guys. You're with a bad organization, that happens. Some people are saying, oh, he's not a winning player. What about attitude and all these things? I get it. Guess what? If you're the Clippers and you're trying to find that next potential star and you don't have draft picks to use till 2030, you may not have a ton of options. You may have to consider any young talented player that becomes available for various reasons. Whether it's LaMelo, or I've talked about Kuminga, or I've talked about Zion. All these guys are flawed, of course. That's the only reason you have a chance of getting them. If things were going great for them and their team, they wouldn't be available. You're taking a risk. You're also taking a risk if you just hope and pray that somebody comes along either in free agency, where we haven't seen as many superstars go to free agency lately, like Giannis becoming available and an unrestricted free agent in 2027. That could happen. Or you get traded before then, get an extension. You're likely going to have to trade to bring in that next guy. It's becoming increasingly less common for superstars to go and be unrestricted free agents. And if you want somebody young who has injury concerns, I know. Well, that player probably is very flawed. LaMelo's play style looks unserious at times. It's Pete Maravich type stuff. He's the modern day Pete. Hasn't led to winning. They also don't have a great roster. They're young. So I'm not putting it all on him. You have to see a vision. You have to be able to imagine what he could look like in a change of scenery with better coaching, with a better infrastructure, with a better culture, and being back home again in Los Angeles. LeVar's wanting him back. Lonzo wants him here. I'm just saying it's something you at least have to think about when you're in the Clippers position. It's interesting. I got this guy on Twitter, 213LFC, saying they need to make a star at him, take a swing at the likes of Kuminga, Kobe White, Benedict Mathurin. Even at worst, if it is Cam Thomas, I don't think we get the likes of Giannis, and I'm tired of injury issues like Ja and LaMelo. We had CP3, Blake, Kawhi, and PG in the last 15 years. It's hard to find NBA players that aren't getting injured. That's a big topic of conversation as of late. You're also preaching to the choir. I talked about Kuminga all summer. I was interested in him. Of course I'm interested in Benedict Mathurin. I've been talking about him forever. I don't think he's available. Kuminga could be, yes. Kobe White can be an unrestricted free agent after this season. But if the Clippers are going to have an opportunity to get him, then they would have to part ways with James Harden because his contract is only partially guaranteed. And there is a way to get to max space this summer in 2026 for the Clippers. I like Kobe White. I'm interested in all these guys. When you're in the Clippers position, you have to be. I'm a big fan. Maybe even more of a fan of Kobe White than LaMelo. But is Chicago going to let him go for nothing? Are they going to trade him at the deadline to a team that he already wants to go to and knows he'll sign a contract extension with? I find it hard to believe they're going to lose him for nothing, or they think they can re-sign him. So you have to take all these things into account. There is a lot of boomer bust potential with some of these young guys that have become available. LaMelo is one of them. Super talented. If you could corral and have him hone in on what he does best with his vision and getting to the basket more and breaking down the defense that way, taking less ill-advised three-pointers, one-legged threes fading away. Yeah, there could be a star there. A star that can win. He needs more coaching. He needs to buy in. But I'm at least interested. We did hear Kawhi Leonard didn't go through contact yesterday, but was limited participating in practice. And I know that's a lot of the hesitancy with LaMelo Ball. A lot of the hesitancy is we've had injured stars in the past. Totally understandable. I'm just saying the Clippers are going to have a ton of cap space coming up, whether it's this summer or for one max slot in 2026 or the summer after with two max slots. How are you going to fill it? You're most likely going to have to trade for somebody. Because a lot of guys aren't going to unrestricted free agency anymore. LaMelo makes a little over $40 million a year over the next 3 years after this year. When he's an unrestricted free agent, he'll be like 27. So, yeah, flawed. Don't know fully who he can be as a player. That's the point. If he was a sure thing, Charlotte wouldn't entertain it. Same with Kuminga. Zion, all these guys that are still young, but on teams that either don't appreciate them, don't see the full potential, aren't featuring them as much, or they have major flaws themselves that are outside of how the team views them. I'm interested. Doesn't mean the Clippers are. But I talked about LaMelo a lot over the last 6 months. I'm not surprised by this news today. And I think when you're in the Clippers position, you got to consider everything. Really. I'm not live on YouTube for the pregame right now, but I will be postgame. Just the automatic reflex of, no, we can't do it. When you're in the Clippers position, you really need to start considering everything. You do. And if you're quick to judge with LaMelo Ball or any of these young guys because they haven't had success or they have concerning issues and flaws, it's like, well, that's part of it. That's part of why they're out there and attainable. You got to understand that. If they were perfect players, they wouldn't be available. Can they become a better player in your organization? A better fit there is the question. That's what you have to think about. Clippers have been good with bringing guys in and getting more out of them. Coach Lou loves his point guards. I think I like LaMelo more than Trey at this point because he's younger. He's more raw. But Trey's got a contract situation coming up. You at least know what you're paying LaMelo going in. And a lot of his numbers have been going down, and he's had his own injury concerns while being 4 or 5 years older. The Ball family in Los Angeles also, that part of it, coming back home might mean something to him, LaMelo. I just don't understand how people can be so quick to have a knee-jerk reaction. No, we can't do it. He's injury prone or he doesn't play the right way. It's like, you're going to have to take chances in the Clippers position. They have 2 firsts right now they could trade, 2030 and 2032. 2031, they could trade a pick swap. How many does it take to get him? I don't know. You're going to have to match salary. He's making about $40 million. What else are you giving up there? Harden makes that much. Would you do that and they'd buy out Harden and you go somewhere else? I don't know. That's probably going a little too far with things. Looking too far ahead. But this news today, it's not earth-shattering to me. It was expected at some point, but it got me thinking again about LaMelo. Of course. We shall see. Pre-game show starts here in 5.